Today I'm going to tell you a story about George Washington Carver. Our character trait is about patience. George gets an education. You must learn all you can and then go into the world and give your learning back to our people, said Mariah Watkins as she looked into the boy's wide brown eyes. George Washington Carver attended school in Missouri for a year now, and Aunt Mariah was like a mother to him. Long before sunrise, they were hard at work. People from miles around brought their laundry to Aunt Mariah. George helped with the laundry until the sweat ran down his forehead. He kept scrubbing until the sun came up, but he never complained. The morning bell rang, and George ran to the one-room schoolhouse where he listened with all his might. At recess, he returned to Aunt Mariah's. Propping his school book in front of him, he said, "Let me help you with that wash, Aunt Mariah." He read as he worked, using his spare time to help. "Bless you, my boy," smiled the woman. "How do you like your school?" "Well, I've learned to read and write," he said, but Teacher Frost doesn't like it when I ask questions. I don't know why it rains and why flowers bloom. No one can tell me." "Those are good questions," Aunt Mariah replied. "Be patient, my boy. Someday you will find out." When George finished high school, he headed back to his home in Diamond Grove. He had exciting news to tell Aunt Susan and Uncle Moses. He was going to college. Weeks later, George stepped nervously into the president's office at Highland University. "I'm George Carver," he said. "I've come to enroll in your school." "There must be some mistake," replied the president. "But I have your letter of acceptance right here," said George, a bit shaken. "It says—" "I don't care what it says," the man interrupted. "We don't allow black people here." George's hopes were shattered. The university rejected him because of something he couldn't change, the color of his skin. George knew that being mad would not make it better, so he continued learning in other ways. He found that rejection did not mean failure. Failure would only come when he quit trying. George continued to learn and became an expert in agriculture. When a man named Booker T. Washington heard about George Carver, he offered George a teaching position at a new school for black students. "I offer you work," wrote Mr. Washington, hard work. The task of bringing a people from degradation and poverty to full manhood. George Washington Carver accepted this challenge and for the next 47 years taught many students and conducted valuable research that changed the nation.